ladies. We are excited to share this video with you today. It's the new year. Christina and I both have recently celebrated birthdays in the last few months, and we are inching our way closer to 50. So of course, aging is always on the brain. We're always looking for those little tips and tricks and products that are gonna make us look and feel our best. So by no means are we claiming to be experts in this area or to look younger than we actually are, but these are just things, tips and things that really help us to feel our best. And neither one of us have yet dabbled into any cosmetic procedures. We haven't done any fillers or Botox or surgeries or anything like that. Not to say that we're not open to doing that one day, but we just haven't. So what you see is what you get, and these are the things that help us, and maybe some of them will help you as well. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned.
Exactly, and some of these tips, we are sharing some products with you. So as always, we're gonna have those linked down in the description box for you. So if there's anything that you're interested in, then go down there and check it out.
So I spent most of my life as an oily skin girl, and I literally would just put makeup on to my skin without any kind of moisture or priming or anything like that, and that worked for a while. But as I got older, I realized that it's really important to have good skincare and to have good skin underneath, or that makeup just isn't going to look good. So as we age, that really does become more and more of a concern. And one of the things that I found is even if you are someone with oilier skin, you can still get some dryness, and dryness of course really causes you to look older. So one of the best things that I have discovered that I really have been enjoying are sleep masks. Now, sleep mask is basically like a form of a heavier moisturizer, but they're meant to be slept in. So you slather them on your face and you sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, your skin is very hydrated and refreshed, ready to receive any treatments that you put on it or any makeup products that you put on it. There are a variety of sleep masks out there. The one that I use, I will link for you guys. It's by the brand Kors. It's a light brightening sleeping facial, and I just love this product, these products in general. So really just doing something that is going to allow you to moisturize and hydrate the skin while you're sleeping and really prepare it for any products that you're putting on in the daytime, because if you don't have a great canvas for those products, you're just not going to look as bright and young and pretty as you could. So it's definitely a tip that I swear by, using a sleeping mask.
So we all know that hydrating the skin and using things like retinol are great for reducing fine lines and wrinkles, but what do we do about those wrinkles that are just there that you really want to kind of conceal and blur? So I have some forehead wrinkles that are the bane of my existence. I am always trying to cover them, have tried several different products in order to get rid of them, but unfortunately it is just an inherited trait that I received. But there is a product that I do use to try to help to blur it, and it's one that I don't need a lot of, but I feel like it's very effective, and that is this foundation primer by Smashbox. So this is definitely a bit of a thicker type of primer. It has a little bit more of almost like a silicone type of feel to it, and I'm able to just dab a little bit onto my forehead and really blur out the forehead wrinkles that I have there. I have tried other types of primers, you know, blurring type of ones, and they just don't really work as well. This is one that I've had for a while, and I only have to use it quite sparingly. So you might have some wrinkles on other parts of your face. Maybe you have a little bit of like a deeper, you know, like crow's feet around your eyes or something like that. So definitely try, you know, giving this primer maybe like a chance and seeing if it also helps to kind of blur. It's not going to completely get rid of them, but it will definitely help to reduce the fine lines and the wrinkles.
So one of the things that happens as we age is our hair tends to lose some of that shine, some of that silkiness to it. It can be drier, look a bit more dull, and that is very harsh and aging. So the best thing you can do is really take good care of your hair with great products. And one of the things that's really been helping me is using a hair mask that is very moisturizing. So for a long time, I shied away from hair masks because I do have an oily scalp, and I really was worried that they would weigh the hair down, cause my hair to look limp and lifeless. But I found one that does not do that, and I highly recommend this one. This is by the brand Colleen Rothschild. This is such a great hair mask. It smells phenomenal. It works phenomenal. It does not weigh the hair down. It actually really helps it to be fuller and shinier and softer. I actually received this. Christina and I were both gifted with these hair masks from the brand to try it out, and it took me a while to try it. To be honest, I did have that fear of using hair mask on my oily scalp, but my younger daughter swiped it for me and she kept using it and she kept saying, "Mom, you have to try this. It's so good. It's so good." So I finally tried it and she's right. It is phenomenal. It really helps to leave my hair softer, shinier, just better body to the hair. I actually gifted one to a friend of mine. I had an extra one and she had suffered during COVID, some hair loss, some brittleness, dryness. I gave it to her and she talked to me the other day and was like, "This stuff has changed my hair. It is so good." So if you are someone who just wants to add some moisture to the hair, make it look younger, make it look healthier, I highly recommend this product. There are lots of hair masks on the market and many of them are very good, but this is just my personal favorite.
So one of the things that unfortunately happens as we age is that our pores look larger. So that is something that I've struggled with. I know Kelli has also struggled with that as well. So I definitely feel like there are some products out there that you can use to really help to minimize your pores. One of them is by this brand Dermaflash. This is a pore minimizer. I have shared this one with you ladies before. You just dampen your skin and you're able to use the little spatula applicator in order to clear out any whiteheads or blackheads. So this is a great one. Definitely I'll link this one down below. It's a wonderful one that I really feel like has really helped to minimize my pores. The other thing that you can also do is use a primer that's a pore minimizer. So the one that I use is Makeup Forever. I know that Kelli has one that she also uses. I'll make sure to link that one down below. But that will really help to kind of fill in any of the existing pores that are still visible underneath your foundation. So you just kind of either press it in with your finger or you may use a beauty blender or a brush to kind of press the product in, and it'll really help to kind of fill in those pore areas, really minimizing them, diminishing them, and blurring them, really helping your skin to look more youthful.
So I don't know about you ladies, but for me, one of the areas that I have really noticed the most little fine lines and wrinkles popping up is right under my eye area and those little crow's feet on the side. That tends to be my area. And you know, when I was younger, I would just slap on the concealer, wouldn't really think anything of it. But now that I've gotten older, I realize it has to be very well hydrated before I put any makeup in that area, or it's just going to really exacerbate the problem and really make those fine lines stand out. So I have one trick for doing that, which is this little eye mask that I discovered when Christina and I were on our trip in Texas. This is a game changer for me. Now this is a pricier product, so it's something that you only need a little bit. Little goes a long way, but it's something that you can use to just dab on under your eyes. You can even keep it on there maybe while you do your hair or get dressed, and then when it's time to wipe it off, you just gently dab it with a tissue, so you're left with some nice hydration. So it actually works not only as an eye mask, but it can also work as an under eye moisturizer. And then once that area is really plumped and primed, it's time to go in with a brightening concealer. The one that I love is by Charlotte Tilbury. It's specifically made for aging skin to really brighten up that eye area. And I like to set it with a powder that's specifically made for under the eye. So this one is also Charlotte Tilbury. It's a brightening under eye powder. You want to be careful about the powder that you put under your eyes. Some of them can be way too harsh for that area and they can really dull and mattify. You want something that's going to brighten and lighten up that area, really to help you just look brighter overall and more youthful. But these are some of my little tricks. I'll definitely include my shades and everything below if you're looking for something, but just in general, hydrating under your eyes and brightening under your eyes is really going to help you look and feel your best.
So one of the things that happens as we age is that our skin starts to have some imperfections. So that can be everything from skin tags developing to even some blood spots or blood moles that are happening. I noticed that for myself, I was noticing some more like blood moles occurring on my chest area, along my neck, and I noticed a lot of skin tags along my neck, and I felt like that was very aging. So of course I looked online, tried to find, things to be able to remove them them, saw that you could use dental floss to tie around the skin tag in order to get it to eventually fall off. You could also use like apple cider vinegar. But I will tell you, the one product that I used that really got rid of them in a cinch was this beauty pen. So this is one that I have shared with you before. As you can see, it has a little needle at the top. It has 10 settings. You know, obviously 1 has the lowest heat setting and 10 has the most intense heat setting. So you would then just press this button and then apply it to your blood spots or to your skin tags. And I'm telling you, it was the most easiest and effortless way to really get rid of them. I look at my neckline now and I feel like it just looks much more youthful without all of those blood spots and all of those skin tags that were hanging around them. So if you definitely are struggling with that as well, highly recommend the beauty pen.
Have you ever gone to put on some lip liner or maybe like a lip pen or something, and you just feel pulling, and you feel that dryness in your lips? Well, that is definitely something that I have struggled with. I really like to, you know, line my lips and then fill them in with a little bit of liner to make that lipstick last, but sometimes my lips are just feeling a bit drier and chapped, and that's something that really does happen naturally as we get older. The lips get more dry, we get some fine lines in that area. One of the things that's really helped me with that problem is by using a lip mask. So I feel like there's a theme for me here. I like a lot of masking. It just really works for me, and I have been using this one by the brand Strivectin. There's a lot of other popular lip masks. Honestly, they're all really good. Or you could even try using something that you have at home, like a Vaseline, would probably also work really well. But the idea behind this is to slather it on before you go to bed at night and leave that hydration on your lips. And then when you wake up in the morning, just gently patting it off with a tissue or something while you're getting ready or after you brush your teeth. And it really is going to help to add that moisture back into your lips, and you're gonna find it makes such a difference when you're going to put on that lip liner or like a drier lipstick of some kind. It's gonna already give some moisture to your lips and make that just glide on seamlessly.
So one of the things that can happen as you age is that you can get some hyperpigmentation in the skin. So there's definitely some things that you can do. You can use a little bit of lemon juice and make like your own like DIY kind of mask in order to help to brighten the skin. One of the things that I use is I always like to use some sort of a vitamin C in my regimen. So this just happens to be the serum that I'm currently using, but I've used so many different ones. It really helps to kind of just brighten everything up, really like focusing, you know, on like the dulling that kind of happens as you age with your skin. For hyperpigmentation though, specifically, the product that I feel has been the most helpful is this one from Sicily. So this is a black rose mask. This one will help to plump your skin, smooth your skin, but specifically to brighten your skin. So I definitely had some hyperpigmentation that was happening on my cheek, and I feel like it is almost gone, and it really is because of this product. So you're supposed to put a very thick layer on your skin and then either kind of like tap off some of the excess, but the way that I've been using it, because it is very pricey, is I've just been dabbing a little bit on my finger and then applying it to the areas of my face where I've been noticing hyperpigmentation, and I feel like it's been working just as well, you know, using it sparingly versus like really slathering it on my face. So if you're someone who struggles with hyperpigmentation or maybe some age spots or something like that, then there's definitely, you know, some solutions that you can have to really help your face and your skin look more youthful.
So if you've made it this far in the video, hopefully that means you're really enjoying our content. So if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on anything new. We make videos every Sunday and Thursday, and we would love to have you back for more. So moving along to my next tip, I talked to you guys about my eye area and how that can definitely be a problem area for me. And one of the things that I've struggled with as I've gotten older, something that I never dealt with when I was younger, is like dryness and redness that sometimes happens in my eyes. I definitely have more sensitive eyes now. A lot of times when I wake up in the morning, they're a bit dry. They also have like some redness, and they just make me look tired and not very alive and awake. So one of the things I've been doing to combat that is using these eye drops by the brand Lumify. They're specifically made for brightening up the eye area, and they do a fantastic job of that. So I use them just before putting on any makeup, and all of a sudden my eyes are nice and white and bright. And another little trick that I've used for years, and I think it's a good one that everyone could really benefit from, is using like a flesh toned eyeliner in that inner rim of your eyes. So you may have heard in the past using white. White can be a bit harsh, and sometimes you can actually see that white eyeliner on the inner rim of the eye. However, if you go for something that's more of like a fleshy skin tone, it's just gonna brighten up the area, really whiten up the inner corners of your eyes and just open up the eye area, but still look very natural and not noticeable at all. So if you're looking for a good one, I have this one by Pixi. I've had it forever. I'll link it below for you guys, but definitely keeping your eyes looking open and bright and alive always makes you look more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, which then makes you look more youthful and pretty.
So when we're younger, we naturally have thicker, fuller hair, and as we age, we for sure lose some of that volume. So one of the tricks that you can use to kind of create more volume is obviously using some shampoo products that really help to add volume to your hair. A trick that I always do when I am applying conditioner is I never apply it to my roots. It really will weigh down your hair, flattening it out, and instead I just apply it from halfway down the hair follicle down to the very ends where it really kind of needs that hydration. Another thing that you can also do is you can also, when you're blow drying your hair, go in an upward position. So if you have a round brush, you can then take your hair dryer and then really pull the hair upwards versus down, and that will also help to create a lot of volume to your hair. Now, I will tell you, I am not the most coordinated person, so for me, picking up this product, Tymo, it actually combines the two together. So this obviously has a brush. It also has a blow drying element to it. So I'm able to really just put it into my hair, create all of that volume right at the top of my hair. Even when I'm drying the sides of my hair, I'll make sure to go up to create extra additional volume, really helping me to look and feel more youthful.
So just like our hair tends to lose volume as we age, we also can lose some volume with our lashes, which also is just one of the joys of getting older, right, ladies? So that's something though that you really can prevent and work with to make your lashes look fuller and more youthful. And I have a few tricks that I use for this one. So definitely shared with you all before my lash serum that I love, the Grande Lash fantastic serum. I've also used Revitalash. That's also a good one. I honestly use them pretty interchangeably depending on sales that are going on. So I'll link both of those. They're equally good products. And that really helps. Putting that on every single night before bed as just part of my nightly routine has really helped me to maintain and grow lashes. I had lash extensions years ago, and after that experience was left with absolutely no lashes, literally just stubs. And the lash serums really help to grow them back and now have better lashes than I ever had even when I was younger. And then to really help to, bring those lashes out more, when I'm doing my makeup, I always start with a good lash primer. So there are lots of great lash primers on the market. I will link the one that I use, but a lash primer just really helps to have like a foundation for the lashes. So it's gonna create thicker, longer lashes before you even apply your mascara. And then when you go in with a great mascara, I particularly love a great tubing mascara like the Thrive mascara. That's my absolute favorite. When you go in with that mascara after your primer, you will now have these big, long, luscious lashes. And having that volume to your lashes, it really does help to brighten up and widen the eyes, which is something that will make you look younger and prettier.
And another little trick that I have been using for ages is to create the illusion that I have more hair than I really do. So I just pull out a little eyeshadow palette and use something similar to this brush. This is like a little smudge brush. I then select an eyeshadow shade, just depending on the color of your hair. You might go for something that's a little bit of a lighter brown color, and dab your brush inside of there and put it right along and smudge it into your hairline. This will help to create the illusion that your hair follicles are thicker, that your roots are thicker, and really kind of like adding some color to that scalp area so that there's not so much of your scalp showing and instead more of this illusion that you have more hair than you really do.
So one of the questions we get a lot in the comments is, what do we use on our skin, on our legs in particular, to get them to look bronzed. And for Christina, that is nothing because she has beautiful bronze skin naturally. For me, I actually really do struggle in that area because as I've gotten older, I definitely have some of those little spider veins popping up, little broken capillaries in my legs, and it just doesn't really make me feel my best. So one of the things that I do if I'm going to be wearing a dress or shorts, I always do some things to prep my skin that really make me feel better. And if I have an event that I'm going to where maybe I'm showing off my shoulders or arms, this is something I can use for my whole body. And the first part of that is something that I absolutely love because you can use it regularly, and that is this Jergens Natural Glow Daily Moisturizer. This is literally just a regular moisturizer. You can use it every single day from head to toe, but slowly over time it adds a gradual bit of like subtle color to the skin, just gives you like a very soft glow. So you don't have to worry with this about like streaking or splotchiness because it is very subtle and it takes several days for it to kind of, react to your skin and give you more and more of that glow. But within just a couple of days, I love the color that it gives to me. So this is something I use a lot more in spring and summer, but it's definitely a good one that you can use all the time, and it really just helps me with those little imperfections on the legs or anywhere on the body. And when I need a little something more, when I need to step it up a little bit more, another thing that I've been using for years and recommending for years is this Body Blur by the brand Vita Liberata. This is fantastic. It's kind of like a hybrid between like a bronzing lotion and a body makeup. So it's not super thick. It's not going to cover up everything on your body. However, it does have a little bit of a blurring effect on the skin, and it's really good for covering up a little bit of like veins or hyperpigmentation on the skin, and just gives you this beautiful, beautiful glow to the skin. So love this one as well. That's something that definitely makes me feel a little bit younger and a little bit prettier.
So an easy way to look more youthful is to not neglect your eyebrows. Making sure that you really are taking the time to use an eyebrow pencil will help you to really look and appear more youthful. Definitely your eyebrows are something that frame your face. The eyebrow pencil that I use is this one from Winky Lux. This is the Unibrow. This is a universal color. It can be used for blondes and brunettes. It kind of takes that guesswork out of it, but it really helps to just shape your eyebrow. However, if you're someone who maybe in the past has overplucked, or as you've aged, you've just gotten some thinning eyebrows, you can also use something like castor oil after your skincare routine in the evening. So after you've put on your serums and your moisturizer, you can just dab on a little bit of castor oil. It's known to actually stimulate hair growth and to really kind of help and like thicken up your eyebrows. Or if you're someone who has like your favorite eyelash serum, for me, I use Lash Boost, but you can also just use a little bit of that on your eyebrow to also help to stimulate, any sort of hair follicles, whether you've overplucked or you've just had some thinning that's occurred over the years.
So for years and years and years, I thought that because I had oily skin, I really needed to reach for all matte products. My goal was always to keep my face as mattified as possible in order to not have that like greasy look or makeup running down my face. However, as I've gotten older, I realized that that is a very harsh and aging look. You really want to have some brightness to the face as you get older. You want to bring some light reflecting properties to your face, obviously without adding, all the sparkle and glitter that some of the younger girls do, but you want your face to really have a brightness to it, a little bit of a glowiness to it, which can be a little bit hard when you are someone who struggles with oiliness. But one of the things that I found that has really been such a game changer is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I believe that's what it's called. I'll double check on that. But this foundation has just done wonders for my skin. First of all, I love the way it applies very easily. I feel like it really like blurs the pores. And yes, some of my oils will break through throughout the day. And if I want to, I can just touch up with a light dusting of powder. But overall, I feel like it wears very, very well. And I definitely notice a difference when I'm wearing this foundation compared to wearing something matte. When I look in the mirror throughout the day, I just feel like I look better. I feel like I look prettier, like my skin looks nice and softer and younger. And I think it really just makes such a difference as we age age to kind of recognize that you want those blurring properties, those light reflecting properties, that you don't want to be super mattified, because that can definitely age us. So my tip would be definitely go for something that has a little bit of a glow to it. And if you're looking for a foundation like that, I definitely recommend this one, whether your skin is a bit oilier or a bit drier or combination. I think it would be a great one. It has definitely worked really well for me.
So another thing that you want to pay attention to in order to look more youthful is your smile. So unfortunately, as we get older, we definitely can have some staining and discoloration that happens to our teeth, whether that's a little bit more of a yellowing or sometimes even more of an opaque kind of color that will happen to your teeth. So they have lots of great products that you can use. There's obviously whitening toothpaste and mouthwash. If you have a little bit more of a staining issue going on, then you can obviously use some like whitening strips. They also have some whitening trays. They've got like whitening pens. I would definitely recommend, though, if you're going to use any of these whitening treatments, for sure using them immediately after seeing the dentist. So that way that all of the tartar that's on your teeth and any sort of like superficial surface staining is being polished away. And obviously if you're having a lot of staining and issues with your teeth color, then you'll want to really, consider having them professionally whitened. But obviously, in order to have, just a more youthful appearance, then you're going to want to have like a white, bright, pearly smile.
So if you're looking for some more content to watch, and you also happen to be on a weight loss journey like we know many of us are once we get into those New Year's resolutions, make sure you check out our video on how to look and feel your best while you're going through that weight loss journey. Lots of great fashion and styling tips in that one that really everyone could benefit from.